Hi, I'm Dave Booth, Vice President of Sales with Caliber Equipment. And what I'd like to do today is take a couple minutes and walk you through one of the newer products that we offer. This particular rider scrubber comes from Mach. Now Mach is a European company and you will recognize the name Eureka. They've been manufacturing machines over in Europe for over 20 years and have recently come into the United States. And the same machines, however, they're now under the Mach name. This particular model, the Mach 750, is one of the many riders that they offer. In this particular category, this machine has a 30-inch deck on it. However, it's available in two other sizes depending on your cleaning. It has a 30-gallon solution, 33-gallon recovery tank. So it's a nice mid-sized machine. One of the things about this that you'll see as we walk through it is that instead of having a lot of electronics and actuators, this is a mechanical machine. What that means is they've eliminated a lot of the electronics and parts on machines that are nice, but they can be susceptible to downtime. This is all mechanical. By simplifying it, it number one, lowers your cost. Number two, lowers your cost of ownership. Number three, it creates less potential for downtime from electronics that may fail, which can happen on any machine, any brand, any model. With the Mach 750, as you see and we walk around the machine, you're going to see some features and build quality that really makes this different than a lot of the other machines in the same category. Again, you've got a very open front, so I have plenty of room for the operator, but I have great visibility to the front. Next, you're going to see this very heavy steel bar in the front. This, of course, is protecting the drive motor and the drive wheel from possibility of running into obstructions. But again, very heavily built, very durable. As we move around to this side, one of the nice things they've done, often people with scrubbers want to step on the deck to get into the machine, which could damage the deck. But what Mach's done is they bolted on this very heavy steel piece so I can step on that to make it easier for operators getting in and out of the machine. And they have put a roller. This is designed so I can go right along walls. I'm scrubbing on the right side. The deck is offset, not on the left, but that way I get closer to the edges, and the roller there is going to help glide along and prevent any damage to my walls or to the machine. If you look at the deck, again, it's a heavy steel skirt that's on here and it floats. And what that does is as the floor changes, this is going to automatically float, but it has weight, so it helps keep the solution under the machine as it's scrubbing and tracks it back to the rear so the rear squeegee can pick it up. But again, everything you see under this machine is built by heavy quality, heavy gauge steel and been epoxy coated, so it's going to take years and years of wear and tear. If we move around to the back, again, a very heavy squeegee tool. They put stainless steel casters on it. These help make the squeegee move from left to right as I make turns. As you see, it pivots back and forth. So it does a great job, especially on your turns, because of how it moves over versus twisting, which is what some of the other machines will do. This is a breakaway, so it can easily be taken off, or if it's hooked, it'll come off the machine. I've got subtle adjustments I can make for the pitch to make sure the blades sit correctly on the floor. In the back, you'll see I have a very simple drain hose for dumping the clean tank. Here's my suction hose for picking up the dirty water. And then there's a separate hose if I decide I need to drain the clean tank. This, of course, has two separate tanks, one for the clean water and a secondary one for the dirty water to go into. Filling the machine, I've got a large filler port right here on the back, so very easy to put your hose in and to fill it up with your solution. And again, as you look on this side, if you notice, this is the 30-inch deck. It's available in three sizes. This doesn't stick out as far. It's more on the right side because that's the side I'll scrub near. But same thing, I've got this very heavy squeegee skirt system. The weight keeps it down on the floor so I can get maximum drying. But if I want a double scrub, I can pick it up and lock it. And now I can keep it off the floor for transporting or for double scrubbing. But again, features on this machine you're not going to see on a lot of other machines in this category or at this price. The power on this, again, it's a battery powered 24-volt system. Operator seat very simply sits up. It does have a safety built in, so the operator has to be on the machine in order for it to operate. They've added a strut here to keep this up so there's no issues of it falling on the employee while they're checking the batteries, which, as you can see, are all very easily accessible. And last thing in the back, as I said, the lower portion is where the solution goes down here. This is actually your dirty tank. And you have a simple lid that can be opened up. Gives me access, and they've included a heavy metal strainer. So in the event that there's any debris on the floor that you didn't pre-sweep, it's now going to get picked up and in this strainer, easy to dump in the trash can versus down in the bottom of your solution or your dirty tank, and then you've got to get it out of there. Again, a very nice feature, very heavily built. This simply sits back on. And little things that the gaskets, they're not glued on, these are molded in. So over time, the wear of the gasket, in case it gets damaged, I can peel it off and put a new one on, and I'm back in business. Last thing is this model. The charger is sitting right here, stored right with the machine. And if I lift this up, there's my charger. It's a 110, so I plug it into any 110 outlet. Turn it on, automatically turns off, and then seals right up with the machine. So no hunting around for your chargers, they're right with it. Last thing is, let's finish going through the controls. Again, large steering wheel, easy maneuverability, great visibility left or right so the operators can see where they're going. The controls are laid out very simple, and again, not a lot of electronics, very simple toggle switches you're going to see. I've got one that activates the motor for the brushes. After I lower it and the machine moves, they turn on. I've got another switch here for the vac motor. When I lower the squeegee, that'll automatically come on. I have two speed here, a faster speed for transporting or light scrubbing, or I can slow it down for heavier scrubbing where I need more time for the brushes and chemical to work. We also have a horn, and of course my power and key switch. Some of the controls down here on the control system, a simple valve here that opens and closes for the amount of solution that's going to come down, but only when the deck is down and the motors are turning and I'm moving. I come to a stop, the valve shuts off. Again, this just controls how fast it comes out. Being there's no actuators, I manually drop the squeegee down and I can raise it up. So as I said from the beginning, they've eliminated a lot of the actuators and electronics to make this a very simple machine to operate and to maintain, lowering your cost. And then the last is your foot. This lowers the deck with the release. I can pick it up and it's kept off the floor, or I can release it and I can lower it down. On the right side, I do have a gas pedal for forward and for reverse. So as you see, everything is very simply laid out on this machine. This is the Mach 750, available in 3 different deck sizes in the mid-size battery-powered scrubber. Have any questions or need more information, give us a call. Caliber Equipment, 888-550-0945, or you can go onto our website, www.caliberequipment.com. And thanks for watching.